Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of My Hero, My Life. Today we're going to be talking about what if Deku was Spider-Man. Before we get into it, I want to let everybody know we are on a road to 6K. Guys, I know we can do it because last year we were definitely able to make it to 5K. So this should be a breeze. If you have yet to join the channel, if you've yet to subscribe, I want to encourage you to subscribe, to be a part of this. And with that being said, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's do this. When it comes to the idea of Deku being Spider-Man, you know, it kind of has its roots all the way back in Horikoshi, the guy who actually does the manga. We know that he is a massive, massive fan of Spider-Man. Like, this is kind of his inspiration, you know, like this is his number one hero. And I've really been thinking about Deku's quirks. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about how those kind of apply to Spider-Man. First off, Deku has One for All, and all of his other quirks kind of come out of One for All. One for All is this really, really strong quirk. We know that Deku essentially gets super strength from having this quirk. And the thing about Spider-Man, something that I think the movies have never really done much justice with, is the fact that Spider-Man himself is very, very strong. He's not just some wimpy, geeky kid. He literally has super strength. Maybe not on the same caliber as Superman or the Hulk, but he does have really strong strength. And so I see One for All as being kind of the start of that strength for Deku. Next is probably the most obvious parallel to Spider-Man, and that is his Black Whip. Black Whip reminds me of webbing so much. The moment I saw it, I was like, dude, is this guy turning into Spider-Man or what? Black Whip is like Horikoshi's, essentially his version of webbing. Like, how can I do this without straight up turning him into Spider-Man himself? The next one I want to talk about is probably the biggest spoiler because it's been really recent. So if you haven't been reading the recent manga, guys, this is definitely going to throw you off. So do not go ahead. Make sure you stop right now. With that being said, let's jump right into it. 1, 2, 3. So his most recent quirk that he's kind of unlocked is his danger sense. This is just like spider sense. Like, what is the difference? It's like Horikoshi is slowly turning Deku into Spider-Man with all these different quirks. Now, one quirk that we found out about was float. Yeah, this one isn't necessarily something that Spider-Man does, and this definitely kind of throws my theory or thoughts or concept kind of out the window, but there's so many other things that point to Spider-Man, and I want to lead kind of into my conclusion. What if, from Horikoshi's standpoint, is he is creating an alternate universe version of Spider-Man? Of course, it's unauthorized. Of course, it's not Marvel. Of course, you can't legally ever call Deku Spider-Man, but in the back of the man's head, to him, this could be My Hero Academia's version of Spider-Man, and that is essentially who Deku is. And you gotta imagine, if there are Spider-Mans all throughout the multiverse, it wouldn't be surprising that maybe one of them can float, or one of them can do something else, or one of them can do something other than whatever we have seen. And so I don't think it's that far-fetched, but these are my thoughts on the idea of Deku being Spider-Man, at least in the mind of his creator, at least in the concept of who's actually creating him. I imagine that he is doing everything he can to, of course, make his own story, but also make it similar to what is his driving force and his driving passion for this very story. Well, guys, those are my thoughts. Maybe I'm the complete weirdo. Maybe my ideas are just worth throwing out the window. I don't know, but tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. And guys, you're awesome. Again, we are on our road to 6,000 subscribers. We would love you to be a part of that. Subscribe today. And with that being said, guys, we'll catch you next time.